So we are here on the final match, or final set of the day. To meet JPopDoodle versus Nntuckynn. JPop, the absolute dark horse of the tournament.
All right, good luck.
We're going to get the deck breakdown here from Tony Big Blind.
Yes, sir. All right. JPop got his Dungeon Master deck banned for the third time today, so he's ended up playing Plunder Guild and MRA, just like his other two matches. And Nntuckynn got his Augur Order deck banned and is then playing Plunder Guild Dungeon Master.
Is it realistically any surprise to you that the Augur Order was banned here?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think JPop is super comfortable playing against the healing deck that Nntuckynn has been shown to be an absolute monster with.
Yeah, and I mean, like we've seen today that the healing decks are not that concerning. Oh, are we seeing it again? Don't do this to us again, JPop. My heart can't take it.
Dead or alive this time. This man needs punished for playing these fucking Dirt 2 whelps, dude. Oh my god. Never punished.
Nntuckynn.
JPop is never punished, man.
Oh, but he didn't. I mean, he reserved both Maggies.
Clearly, JPop he likes to use the Maggies as value. All right, thank you.
I mean, who knows? He might actually run the Unshackle to pull him out.
Or other cards to do the same thing. Oh, never mind.
There are none. So,
yeah.
I was like, point him out.
Turn 4 Maggie combo.
No.
Power quality.
So glad that's gone.
Equilibrium. Bring it back.
Equilibrium. He reserves a B. Okay, to play a B.
Another rioting recruitment.
Oh, he played the rioting recruitment to pull the B instead of the card draw. Okay, interesting.
I mean, he still gets 2 card draws off of that, so.
True. Nntuckynn coming in. Got some hand buffed boys. Grave Robber. I mean, what do you steal here? The B?
Oh, he's stealing that whelp.
The whelp? Alright.
He stole that whelp.
Not a bad choice. We know what JPop likes to do with this deck, which is surprise whelp surprise whelp amp. So
I'm super surprised you take the whelp instead of the bee.
Yeah, I was literally thinking the same thing. When I was asking, I was like, I wonder what he's gonna take, and I would have assumed it was the bee. But
yeah, right.
I don't know. Again, Nntuckynn plays a much slower kind of play style. He takes his time. He likes that long-term value over like immediate gain. So
maybe Nntuckynn doesn't think JPop will have a great answer in his Monsters Rights deck.
Maybe. I mean, we've barely seen anything of this deck. Every time JPop's played this deck, it's been the early amped combos. He's really not done.
Oh my god!
Is that a third?
That's the third rioting recruitment.
How many cards has he drawn? Oh my god. So many cards in hand. Just going for just pure value. I mean,
maybe gotta have something to play.
This could be part of why... Oh no. Okay. I was saying, this could be part of why this combo works so well for JPop. Is he prioritizes card draw and looking for the combo rather than... building up a board state and playing for the long game. He's looking specifically for the win.
There's also this.
Oh.
Maybe another reason Nntuckynn decided to take the whelp is just so he had a flight defense.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know how much flight defense Nntuckynn's going to have innately in that deck, you know?
Probably none, really.
Yeah.
Maybe he's playing Skywatcher Centuries if he's running MRA secondary, but... Other than that, I kind of doubt much, if at all.
Is that another reserved Maggie? So that's 3 reserved Maggies.
So we've seen all 3 Maggies and all 3 rioting recruitment.
So I feel like it's very safe to say JPop is playing an immensely aggressive deck.
Oh yeah. It's the all or nothing.
I see him. Here. I might even say I don't even know if this is like going off the rails. I think he's gonna push with as much as he can right now.
I mean, I think so.
Yeah, yeah, there we go.
He got rid of the whelp.
Got rid of the whelp so we could swing with the bee.
Yep.
And just push everything. Yeah, just push
and he's
everything.
just going. He's just going. He's going for blood.
Send it, right? Like, no reason not to. Free damage.
He
Force the
Tucky
blocks, yeah.
Gone.
And it's not even like this runs him out of steam. His hand's still full.
Yeah. Listen, it's really the you know, the having that rallying totem in play during that whole turn. You know, he's definitely not running out of steam.
Yeah.
He's still got just as big a hand, but there's the fireball.
Fireball, heck yeah, that'll clear up
enormous
a lot.
value.
Yeah, that'll clear up that board state that JPop spent the whole last turn building, and allow Tucky still with some space to pull some more cards out.
2 necromancies.
2 necromancies in one play, probably just getting bodies. I mean, he's up against an aggro deck. Just get stuff in between you and the creatures.
It's true. He doesn't want things on the board.
I mean, yeah, realistically, and pulling like you might feel weird pulling the Arcane Experiment with a necromancy, but that's like more card generation in the future too.
Now JPop could come in with a crazy play
here.
here.
No. Oh,
baby. Yeah.
You can't keep doing this, JPop.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh my God.
JPop. Crimes are happening in the tavern.
To turn 11 HP into 0. Oh my God, that was
he can get lethal from 11. Oh.
Awesome, dude.
Oh my God. Okay, that's game 1. Game 1. That deck is gone, guys. JPop's bread and butter is gone.
You know, he very well could do very similar things with this deck.
It's possible he runs another Motivational Fervor combo here, but I think we've seen this deck. I don't suspect that's the case. This is the one that he took long with Zoltron, went super wide. I think this one's more token spam.
That's true. This is a very different deck.
Yes, yeah. I feel like, man, I know we're like impartial commentator. JPop is impressive today. Showing a wide range of like strengths, bringing in combos that we haven't seen. This is what I love. This is what I'm looking forward to in ranked. Learning all the cool
in such
stuff.
A unique way.
Yeah, just like playing like nobody else. Didn't bring any of these like default meta decks and is coming in and kind of shaking things up. This is gonna make people think. And I'm loving it.
That Monster's Rights is oh, it's so good. I love it so much. Not even enhancing the Tomarol.
Yeah, right? No. He just wants the coins.
Wants those coins.
That tells me he's probably got an adventurous farm hand. He probably wants to get to 4.
Definitely likely. Also, maybe just playing around the Pillaging Prince. Also, but it's dead now. So.
It's dead now, yeah. I mean, it's also not wrong.
This is Tucky's, I think this is Tucky's control DM deck, so it's really interesting to see how JPop is going to do against another very strong Tucky deck.
Yeah, this is a deck that I know others do play, and I've heard, but I know Tucky is somebody I think that plays it probably better than most. Just fully understands the strength of the deck and usually can get the most out of every card.
Listen, Major, you know what you got to turn into a video after this?
What's that?
You got to make the JPop compilation.
The
right?
JPop off compilation.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. It happened in every game he played.
Every game. It was insane.
He plays motivational Dark Matter Blast. He plays B double motivational Dark Matter Blast.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Absolutely disgusting.
We will have to definitely check that out. Coming to a TikTok near you. In the meantime, we are elbow deep in another game. We really.
No, let's just keep talking about the last.
Yeah,
game.
let's keep talking about the last game. We've got JPop, who just keeps kind of coming back with a little bit of energy, keeping things on the board. I feel like he's looking for maybe a couple of pieces before he starts committing really heavily. to a turn. Tucky just cleanly removing things. This is a game that's gonna be a lot of like valuable plays from both players, trying to get the most that they can out of every card that they play. Crypt Guardian on the board for Tucky.
Yeah, Tucky did just Crypt Guardian a dead or alive, so
A lot of good removal value.
One dead or alive for Tucky.
Yeah, I mean it's still like
Right.
if he can dig spells out of the grave, that'll come in handy. But we'll see.
Getting some nice push value here, forcing him to block that with his trap jaw.
Forcing him to
nice damage.
yeah, blocking into the trap jaw, getting an extra damage.
Oh, but there's the other missionary vanguard back
Is that
from the grave.
Wait, was that one necromancy?
It was.
Okay. So that's still only the one. I think he runs 2 in this deck, or at least I remember seeing more than one in previous games. So, but able to cleanly clean up.
Cleanly clean up. Words, am I right?
Which side, Avid? What deck is which side? I could just tell you, Tucky's playing a DM control, and JPop is playing kind of a mid-range value plundering guild. I know this is the deck that he used against Zoltron when he came back from 4 HP. Just a lot of really good valuable cards, a lot of token spam, things like that. And Tucky hitting the spellbook
forgery.
The enhanced spellbook forgery, getting 5 spells. Looking.
There's 2 games in a row now where he's gotten that fairly early on.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's one of those like you just sort of play spellbook forgery when you can. If it's safe to play, you're not going to take a big hit for it. Just play it.
Well, yeah, what I mean is like there's only one in the deck. It's really nice to find.
That's true. He is pulling it pretty early. We see same board state here from JPop. Tucky widening a little bit here. Again, I think both of them just working towards getting as much value out of every card as they can. This is going to be a pretty meticulous game, I feel like.
Yeah, I think this one might take a bit longer than the last.
Yep.
You know, no crazy aggro deck coming out from either side, really. And I think even if this goes to a game 3, it might be a slightly longer match on our mitts.
Which was Tucky's third extra deck? It's not his AO,
Tucky's
it's
Plunder deck.
Plunder.
Yeah, that's what we saw in game 1.
That's true. Yes, you are right. Sorry.
So we'll have the if this goes to game 3, we'll have the Plunder v Plunder.
Well, let's see what we can get out of this deck. Tucky coming in with the Bone Amalgamates, just clearing up board. Nobody making huge waves, just keeping each other at bay.
Yep.
Tucky sacrificing,
Trying to hold.
Sacrificing a Bone Amalgamate there for 2.
Still no pushes yet from Tucky's side.
Has JPop been plundering?
I don't think Tucky's really given him the opportunity. I think this is like the first time.
There we go. Yeah, I was saying,
JPop's really gotten the chance.
I imagine he's just sort of been sitting back on that.
And honestly, a lot of really poor options for this plunder. It was a Loyal Spellshaper, Poison Gift, and then one of the Augur creatures. It might have been the reduced spells. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let's see what JPop can pull here. The Loyal Spellshaper out. I mean, not the worst pull. Getting.
Yeah, so I think he just plundered that.
Yeah, getting another. He's gonna get the Dead or Alive back.
That's if Tucky kills it.
You alright over there?
You know, if Tucky decides to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was yawning.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh, wait, did he just play... Oh my god, he played the Poison Gift on the Loyal Spellshaper.
Oh, rough! Well, that's an unfortunate...
Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry, he played it on the,
Oh, okay.
I thought he played it... Because that's actually really funny. If you play it on the... Wait, is that... I wonder if that's how that would work.
No, I think if you play it on the Loyal Spellshaper, and the Spellshaper dies on your turn, but you haven't played a spell, you get no spell back.
Yeah, so that's actually a really funny counterplay to the Loyal Spell Shaper.
Yep.
That I've never thought about, because it triggers on the beginning of your opponent's turn, not during your turn.
Yeah, exactly. Could be a really cool play. Tucky just slowly building up a board state. Got Apprentice Necromancers. He's just getting some bones on the board. Nothing that's like breaking the game wide open, but every inch matters in this kind of matchup. So.
This is exactly Nntuckynn's prime, you know, just building up a big board, waiting for the perfect time to strike finally.
Yep.
You know, just using his removal slowly but surely to just whittle down his opponent's choices and what they can do and play on their turn.
Yep. JPop getting the dagger supplier down that turn. Hopefully hoping to get some value off of that.
Kind of expecting Tucky to just have some answer.
Yeah, I mean, he
looks like he does. He's just thinking about it.
Yeah, I say realistically, it becomes a question of what's the biggest threat right now, and I agree. I think it's the dagger supplier. Reduce the amount of free creatures he can get.
You almost have to play the dagger supplier at the start of your turn and follow it up with a bunch of creatures if you wanted to actually see value off of it.
Yeah, most of the time that is the case. So we see the Crypt Guardian coming down and copying. What was that? Call of the Old God Primes. So the originals, not the copies.
Prime.
Yeah, the Prime version. And then killing it himself, getting copies. What was that? Necromancy.
You got a Necromancy.
And passing it over. Interesting. I mean, is it interesting?
I wonder if so. Tucky's almost surely playing Potion of the Will in this deck, right? Like, I don't think he'd be drawing as many cards as he is if he wasn't playing Potion.
Probably.
Because he is whittling himself down very fast.
Yeah, I would guess probably he would run at least one, maybe two potions in that deck. Oop, Fireball,
yeah.
Clearing up that board space.
We're just kind of trading back and forth what each player does.
This is such a hard juxtaposition.
Fireball?
Didn't want to give him the Fireball back. That's fair. This is such a harsh juxtaposition against the last match, which was just high-octane, aggressive play, and now we're in, like, an absolute, like, mind game, both players just fighting against each other with every card play.
Control of all control.
Yeah, just both players just doing the best with what they have. We see the Adventurous Farmhand coming out. Second Adventurous Farmhand. He was definitely hoping to get the value from that out of the Dagger Supplier. That's for
see, you definitely could have waited to save those on one turn though, just because you know, Adventurous Farmhand's only 1 mana.
Exactly, yeah, and that's why I think that's what he was hoping for. But in the end,
he had a big misplay there.
Yeah, absolutely huge misplay there.
He needed to use that Necromancy first so that he got 4 extra Called Arms in his deck.
Yep. That probably is going to be a huge pain for him. That's four creatures that won't see the board now.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, realistically, in a match this tight, that could be the difference, right? Like, that could be the thing that changes the whole board state.
And Tucky discarding a final spell there.
Is this cookies? Is Tucky playing cookies?
I think realistically, yeah. You can probably call this cookies. Or at the very least, a modified version of it.
Yeah, that's I realized with all these Call of the Old Gods, he's making copies of them, dead or alives. And then, again, the prospect that he likely has a Potion of the Weld. This is definitely a variation of cookies.
I think we're gonna see the enhanced Potion of the Weld coming in soon.
Oh, now he's got to make more copies of spells. Yep, more copies of Boons to Bones.
Obviously.
I mean...
why not?
I mean, may as well. You've got the space. He's in the driver's seat right now.
And I guess, I never really noticed it. JPop is down to 8 health.
Oh, that is a good point. I didn't notice that as well. When did that happen? When did that happen?
Been slow. I think Tucky's finally started using some of these Call the Old Gods in his mastery to slowly chip away at JPop's health without us even realizing it.
Yeah, I mean, oh my god. Zerathrex is at 7 mastery right now.
Look at his discard pile.
Oh my. I mean, yeah, I checked it earlier, but it didn't, I like, never clicked. That, like...
I guess that's what this deck is. Maybe it's just Crypt Guardian all your spells and just try to get Zerathrex. Who needs mastery creatures? We have Zerathrex.
Yeah, we have Zerathrex. Play higher health value blockers and...
And you know what you can't fuck with? Zerathrex.
He's on the board no matter what.
Nothing to really impact your opponent's graveyard that Tuggy's not going to be able to deal with in one turn.
And I think that's finishing it. Yeah. Oh, he misclicked! Oh, he misclicked! The BM to finish it off. No, I joke. Tucky definitely misclicked. But great game there out of Tucky. I mean, showing off the power of that Zerathrex control cookies mastery deck. It's a really cool setup.
Maybe Tucky doesn't run potion in that deck.
I feel like you should. I mean, again,
maybe run like one.
Yeah, we can definitely ask him after in the interview, but I feel like you gotta like at least run one. It's a good recovery.
Yeah, I guess it's the just in case.
Yeah. So. But here we are, Game 3 of the grand finals of the monthly standard for September. JPop and Nntuckynn both with a win. Now having to finish the fight here. JPop with the same plundering deck we just saw, and Tucky with his own plundering deck we saw in game 1. It'll be interesting.
Super exciting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who can out-plunder the plunder. Because I think they're both kind of running similar plunder decks.
Who's plundered under?
Little sneak peek of the answer from Penguin in chat. Said he does run at least one Potion of the Weld in that deck, but doesn't ever play it unless it's super late game or he's completely out of spells.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that's like the only way to really interrupt your own Zerathrex, so you don't really want to get rid of your damage that easily. So
he's not considering, I guess in that sense, it's not really a cookies deck, because cookies you want to play the potion more often, but definitely still cookies adjacent is what I'll call it.
Super unique deck.
Yeah. All right, we've got both players doing exactly what I kind of expected, which in the early game is just going to be play valuable cards, get a board state, steal.
I'm sure we'll start seeing fireballs here sooner or later.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, fireball.
Big shocker when we got the Plunder Guild mirror matchup. You know, Fireball, definitely most underused card in the entire game. Never see that card.
I mean, yeah, I suspect we'll see a ton of fireballs, ton of dead or alives, maybe a wealth pummel or two, but maybe not in this setup. Actually, you're
some
spending your coins a lot.
Some wandering executioners, you know it is. That might have been a motivational fervor.
I really don't think he has motivational fervor in this deck, man.
No, like...
Oh, that he plundered one? Maybe.
Like, I saw it, and I thought I saw some orange. I couldn't get a great look at it, though, so... Not 100% sure what it was. Yeah, getting a little bit of chip damage in, you know, here or there. You really gotta pick and choose how you want to do your trades, how you want to do your attacks and your blocks. Tucky taking another 3 damage there. Wants to hold the Adventurous Farm back, probably the Adventurous Farm hand back to probably just take some damage from maybe something bigger that JPop's gonna throw out. But this is definitely going to be another big war of attrition between our two players here.
Yeah, for sure. I think I would expect this to be another game that goes a little long, given how the two decks are constructed, what we've already seen. Both of them have played these decks. I suspect this will be a long one.
Man, I wonder what he got from that Grave Rubber. I don't think he enhanced it, so... Nntuckynn enhances his, and getting a Fireball for it. He's getting a lot of value off these cards that he's playing. You know, Grave Robber for the Fireball. Fireball for basically 4 damage.
Yeah. So Tucky with the Barony set up on his side. I know he played a Call to Arms. Oh, not Call to Arms. The card that generates Call to Arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Recruitment Effort.
Recruitment Effort. Yeah, he played that early, so could see some value off of that.
Fireball on Fireball on JPop's side would be incredible value here, but doesn't have it. Does have maybe the Plundered Reparations.
Yep. Tucky just pinging away the Daring Swindler and cleaning board up.
He loves his Call the Old Gods.
Yeah. This is the fun part of commentary where not a whole lot's going on. People just building up resources and.
It's the Grand Finals, mate.
Grand Finals. Let's get hype! Woo!
Ah! Oh my God! Look at that block! Oh my God! He copied a card.
No, I'm.
Dude, 1 damage.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be here with in this matchup. I really, you know, when I saw the top 8 for this event, I was super hyped to see that like the entire bottom were like people who don't make it to the top 8 much. But it was Outdated Shark was like the outlier. And I was like, well, I guess we'll be seeing Outdated Shark later on. And then just JPop sweeping in and showing us all, like, you know, don't have to be like this seasoned veteran of the game to come in and do it. Though, again, I don't know enough about JPop to say if they're a seasoned veteran. They could have been playing for years and we just don't know it. So...
True. JPop been flying under the radar for these 125 levels that they've accrued.
Yeah, it's awesome to see, though.
Agreed.
Little catch up on the board state. Dagger Supplier down for JPop. I know he's trying to generate some value. He was able to get the Adventurous Farmhand combo off on that.
Nntuckynn does not have an answer to the Dagger Supplier on their turn.
He didn't, but he did play the Spellbreaker, so that's going to prevent any spells.
I mean, he's not going to
turn.
get any spells this turn, but I mean, I don't really think that's a big concession to make most of the time when you're a Plunder Guild deck. You can probably run a turn without spells. Here and there.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Getting a lot of Dagger Supplier value. Only managing to play like a creature or two.
Did play a second Dagger Supplier unenhanced though. So I imagine we're gonna see another Adventurous Farmhand next turn by not enhancing that.
Maybe the thought process is though that, you know, Tucky didn't have an answer to the first one, so maybe he doesn't need to enhance the other one.
Perhaps. I mean, I feel like you gotta enhance it though. Like the
yes, it definitely the extra 2 HP is definitely a lot of value for 1 coin.
Yep. We see Tucky just kind of widening his board with a lot of valuable cards, buffing cards in his hand, getting Pillaging Prince down, Arcane Experiment. Nothing to really write home about. But
and the Pillaging Prince is gone. And now remember, every time JPopDoodle summons your JPop summons a creature, that's 2 Call to Arms going into his deck.
Yeah, and that starts to add up. There's another 2.
Look at all those farmhands.
This
See, now we're really seeing the value.
Little guys! Oh, I'm loving it.
So much value. I love it so much. Now, the main issue with Call to Arms is the fact that if you have a full board, it is just wasted.
This is true. But
so we are going to need to see JPop swing with some of his small creatures here just to make some room for these Call to Arms.
I mean, does he swing or does he just hold for block?
Well, you see, the longer he holds for block, the more that's good for Tucky, because the more potential these call to arms just get literally no value.
This is true. Tucky's doing it for him though. Tucky's making the space. I mean, there's two decks you don't want to do that with, and that's little guys and oozes. Which, by the way, noteworthy. No one played ooze.
Nope.
Nobody played ooze today.
I think there might be some consensus that ooze is just kind of too hard to get sticking around, just because there's a lot of really good ways of being able to quickly deal with the acidic overlord.
Yeah, I mean, being able to final spell being like the #1 problem with that deck. I would argue the silence probably hurts it too much too.
Yeah, but who knows? Still no call to arms in sight for JPop.
But he does have the rallying totem.
This is still scary though.
I mean, every time he draws that, yep, and then pop. Yep, he gets a mana. He gets another 2 in his deck. I'm curious if he was hoping to get more draws off of that than he did, because he immediately shifted into a 3-mana creature off that and didn't get another one. This one's not gonna summon the farmer.
How many dagger suppliers?
I mean, he is filling his board. He's got that going for him. Getting bodies down. He's just got to do something with those bodies. You know, got to produce a win off of it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he's able to get somewhere with this. And he does have his board bank full again, so I'm curious to see when we're going to be seeing those call to arms start coming into play.
Tucky picking off, using the Call the Old Gods, picking off the Grave Robber. Just getting that off the board and swinging in again. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, if you're JPop, this is what you want. You want him to continually swing in, because you're just going to keep blocking with the free units, cheap units.
Mm-hmm. And the hope is that, you know, finally you start to draw some of these call to arms, and then you don't have to worry as much about getting such a big board space. You can start focusing more of your mana on spells.
Yep.
See, there we go.
There's 1, 2. Yep, here we go.
And every time he summons one now, 2 more get added.
And again, though, the question becomes, what is the win condition, right? Like, how does he leverage this into a winning position?
If only there was something that gave, like, all your creatures amped.
Yeah. I just don't think there's... I'm curious what... as someone who also uses a deck like this, that's the biggest problem I run into most of the time, is leveraging this into a win condition. I'll usually use it to just, like, keep the board clean and, like, maybe go for an attrition win, where I don't have to worry about decking out. I don't have to worry about, you know, whatever my opponent plays, I can just chump into whatever they play. And I'm curious if that's his goal here, or if he has another option.
I'm not sure. It'll be really interesting to see where this, how this match unfolds from here, I think. You know, how much more gas in the tank does Tucky have, really, I think is the question.
Yeah, very true. I mean...
Tucky's definitely running out of cards in that hand.
Yeah, he is. His hand's getting low. What are the odds?
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh.
Oh, you got it!
Well, you know what happens?
He's got the infinite copy, man!
Yeah, I was saying, you know what's easier? No, but he's got 3 in hand. So
I'm
he's
walking
got
away from this game.
Yeah, he's got the wild copy mage.
I'm gone.
Are we about to
Infinite
see
copy mage in the grand finals?
double infinite sets? Do you think?
Disgusting. Unfortunately, the copy mages are just better since they're 3/3s
yeah,
instead of 2/2s.
This is true, and they were hand buffed up to 3/3. That is a good point.
Ugh. This is a nightmare scenario for J-Pop.
I mean, what do you do? What do you do from this position? Again, I just don't know what he was going to leverage as a win condition anyway, to begin with.
I mean, just the board. Like, if he doesn't have this here, right? Tucky has 2 cards in his hand and, like, 5 creatures on board. And so then he can just start pushing with all of his tiny creatures, like, over and over again.
I mean...
Like, that's what you just leverage your massive board field.
Yeah, plundering an answer would help. Like a resource equalization, that would definitely help. The new Plundering Guild card that steals from Primary Zone. Devilish.
Does he have 3 copy mages in his hand, though?
I think he does have 3. So you would need more than one answer.
You would need multiple, yeah.
Was it Devilish Larceny, though? You could run 2 if he could pull 2 of those.
It's a very large ask for sure.
Oh, but he just broke the combo.
Maybe he doesn't want to win this way.
I mean, this could be a gentleman's I can't do this to you kind of thing. Maybe it's that the combo's just in his hand. He just has to play down to it again. It's like, it's there, right? Because it's there's definitely at least 2 copy mages in his hand that are at least 1 mana.
All right, now here's my question, right? How many times have we said definitely this stream?
Definitely a few times.
Definitely like at least 20. Minimum.
So we only have 1 dagger supplier left on the board. Tucky was able to fish out an answer.
How many called arms he has in his deck at this point? Very curious.
Yeah, very true. It's
Alright, he's got to swing with some of these creatures. He's got to start using his bigger board field to his advantage. Right here, right now.
Yep. Push everything except the dagger supplier, probably.
Yep.
You've got board advantage. Tucky gave up the infinite combo to provide board advantage. No, I guess it's worth saying he didn't give it up.
Oh no, yeah, he had to play the spellbook.
Yeah,
forgery.
he had to play the spellbook forgery. It was that, or he copied spellbook.
I guess one thing is he didn't have to enhance the spellbook.
This is true. Maybe
he to enhance it to gain 2 more spells.
He could have just looked at it in position of like, if I'm gonna get 3 cards, what's the difference between 3 extra and 5 extra? May as well just he's giving
2 extra cards.
Yeah, I mean, in his mind, it could have just been, I'm just going to give up the infinite. I mean, it looks like he probably
I think
paid.
He has it back,
yeah,
though,
it looks like he played back down to it. So
maybe not though, because you'd think he just played down, fill his board.
Well, I don't think he's at 0. I think they're at 1.
You think?
Yes, I think they're at 1 because like he had they were all the copy mages on his board were 3 except for 1 that was only 1. So I don't think
Weird that you wouldn't. I mean, the one in board right now is 1, but I guess it's weird that like.
Oh.
Look at all this wasted call to arms.
I mean, that's gonna happen. This deck is going to do that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I know we've talked about this before, but whenever you put them in your deck, they are more likely to stick together. Just math.
Yeah.
So.
And this deck just has that as an outcome. You will likely end up in a situation where you're gonna pull a bunch of them, and they won't do anything. Just reality, realistically.
The clump.
Yep.
J-Pop stealing a copy mage.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe he can get his own infinite.
Right, get his own infinite copy mage set up. Gets a 0-cost copy mage from hand. Yep.
You know, it really sucks that these copy mages are 3/3 because one really good out he could have had to this would have been Soul Extraction.
I can't help but notice that Tucky has had numerous moments to get rid of that dagger supplier. Has not taken any of them. And I'm curious if he just doesn't. Yeah, they're all 1 cost. Look at that.
I'm surprised because it's 3 cost in his hand.
Yep.
So he's copying it and making it 1, right?
Yeah. He has to play a 3 and then play a 3 and then play a 1 and then play the 1 and then he's all at 0. But he's got 3 in hand, so.
No, I think he has. Oh yeah, he does 3.
Yeah. So he'll brick the combo accidentally if he messes the order up. I think he's just accepting that they're 1 cost right now.
I mean, it's really not the biggest deal. I think the fact that they're 3/3s kind of makes up for that.
I would agree with that. Avid asking what he's saving his coins for. What Tucky's saving his coins for? He doesn't really need to enhance anything. He
doesn't have. Yeah, his hand is copy mages, which are
Yeah, it's
already
3 copy
coming in
mages.
which are all enhanced anyways. So
Yeah.
nothing to spend his coins on.
I think he's just gonna save them up, even if he's not. That could also be the thing, though. Is the other reason he's not playing the other ones is because they're unenhanced, and he's just not wanting to spend the coins. He could be saving them for an alchemist. I don't know. Maybe, there's always. I'm gonna say it. There's always the outside chance Tucky doesn't fully understand how infinite copy mage works somehow. Outside chance. And he's just choosing to not enhance. I don't think that's our reality, but it is a possibility.
We are living in a timeline.
Yeah. Couldn't help but notice he didn't get a single call to arms off of that last straw set, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it works every now and then.
And here we go.
Big one.
Oh, he only got one. All right.
Gotta love it.
There we go.
Oh.
Definitely getting more than one this time.
How many is gonna be wasted? I mean, listen, these dagger suppliers are putting in a heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Alright, how many get wasted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 wasted ones. I mean, wasted? They were there, right? I don't think... Again, there's always a point. You just stop getting value off of the back of them. It just can't get value off of them anymore. But I feel like we're just stuck in a cycle of infinites, man. I feel like JPop's going to refill his board every turn. Tucky's going to refill his board every turn. And we're in a stalemate. The question is who...
great game 3, man.
The question is
Love
who...
it.
I think the question just boils down to who decks out first, right?
No, because, I mean, are they not playing, like, the one safety potion, you think?
I don't suspect JPop is.
I wonder if Tucky's playing the one safety potion.
Definitely possible that Tucky's sitting on a safety potion.
Finally getting rid of the dagger supplier. Still one more on the board, but...
Yes.
Jeez. Copy mage. Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, this is another one of those, like, this is just going to be every turn for a little while, and that's okay.
Alright, everyone go take a nap. Come back in
Ooh,
10 minutes.
Evan made a very smart observation. He's keeping them at 1 mana so that he can spend his mana every turn. So that if he ends up in a deck out situation, he won't deck out. He won't take the burn.
That is true. That is true.
That is a smart observation. Well, and JPop's getting a little unlucky. I don't know if I can call it unlucky, just not pulling the adventurers every turn. He doesn't have dagger oh, he does. Never mind, there's still a dagger supplier on the board.
He's got one dagger supplier still.
It's the same dagger supplier that he played at the beginning of the game.
He does find a Barony Socialite, and yeah, keeping his board. Well, alright.
Well, that Barony Socialite bricks the combo.
That's true.
So was it? I mean, he had to play it. No real choice. But it does until that Barony Socialite's off the board. It bricks the combo, but also gives him gives him plundering options. Not infinite plundering, but. This is such a strange game. I don't think either player.
Yeah.
I don't know if either player brought these decks to do what they're doing right now. Maybe JPop, because this is like a deck type
the real question is,
that's coming out.
Yeah,
go ahead.
JPop might seemingly have a lot of cards in their deck, right? But how many of those are real cards?
Yeah, how many
of those are not Call to Arms?
Right.
Also, can we just take a peek at his banish pile real quick?
I don't wanna.
Lovely.
I don't wanna.
Lovely.
Ugh.
Look at those Call to Arms. We might have to get this guy for lagging.
Yeah, they're lagging out the tavern over here.
Oh, whoa! What happened?
So yeah, while you were admiring, JPop played Fireball, and I think it was a Dead or Alive to clear. Oh, that's the banish
Unfortunately,
pile.
you kind of need to do that on a turn where you can attack with more than one creature.
Yeah, Fireball and Dead or Alive to clear up Tucky's side of the board. Got rid of, but again, I'm gonna mention this because I think this may have been a mistake. Got rid of the Barony Socialite, which bricked the infinite combo permanently. So
yeah,
I would have maybe left that on the board and accepted that Tucky was going to find answers rather than letting him get back to an infinite combo.
Very true.
He's got an uphill climb to get back to that infinite combo. I normally don't do this, but I'm going to come around the table. Tucky is pretty low. Tucky is pretty low on cards.
Feeling the Dead or Alive.
I mean, wait, took the Dead or Alive and not the Fireball?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Maybe just I don't know. I don't know why.
I mean, maybe an answer to get rid of the Dagger Supplier at some point.
I mean, the Dagger Supplier has 5 health, actually. So.
Well, probably
now
nothing.
steals a Fireball.
Okay, here we go. The Fireball hits that,
So,
yep. And then
yeah,
the Dead or
here's the 1-2
Alive.
combo to finally get rid of that Dagger Supplier.
Yeah, maybe that was the call then. He knew that there was, both of those were available in his opponent's graveyard, so. But the infinite combo is gone for JPop. I think he's played all of his Dagger Suppliers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
30. Well, that's unfortunate.
No, I think that just means JPop is running out of actual cards in his deck.
Yeah.
I think that's finally what that means for JPop.
I mean, getting in some pressure here, though. Clearing the board last turn was an awesome choice just to get this pressure in. Had he had waited another turn, I don't think he would have gotten as much value, because Tucky could have done like a ton of other things.
I mean, he definitely needs to do it now rather than later, because he's running out of stuff to in his deck.
Right?
With almost an entire deck's worth of Call to Arms wasted in one turn.
This is true. That was basically a full deck.
Oh, yoinking another Fireball.
I mean, yeah, you gotta keep this board clear.
This is such a crazy end to the match, man.
Oh my word.
Oh,
Arcane Experiment. I mean, yeah, Tucky just continuing to just put things down.
2 Arcane Experiments, man.
You just gotta keep putting things down if you're Tucky.
So that's another 6 damage guaranteed on JPop's side.
Only got 1 that time.
Yeah, like I think he might just be out.
Yeah.
He might have a very small amount that didn't come in with that giant clump, but
Royal Crypt Guardian, what did that hit?
that hit an adventure.
An adventure. Unfortunate.
Dude, his discard pile is 20 adventurers, and then finally other cards. So this is 6 guaranteed damage. And is Tucky about to run out of cards? I don't know.
He's low. He's very low. I can say that.
He's got so few cards left.
Oh my god.
So that's 6 more damage for JPop. Tucky's checking his deck real quick.
Referencing the deck to see, did I forget to put that card in?
He's got to make sure he's got the potion somewhere in the deck.
Where's the potion? I mean, it's Plundering Guild Secondary. He could have the Siphon, right?
Dead or Alive to kill one of the adventurers.
Yeah. Or Soul Extraction,
Missionary
that's
Vanguard?
what I'm thinking of.
Does he have a second Missionary Vanguard?
No, I don't think so.
That would be so good right about now.
I really don't think so. Nope.
And the recruitment effort. Unenhanced. What is he saving his
What
coins
is he
for?
saving his coins for? Tucky! What
Does
are
he
you
have-
doing?
Does he have the 4-mana noble thing?
No, there's no way.
Do you think he ends this game with like that
With
in
a-
combination with a great revitalization?
Oh my god, what even is the Ultron's Armory?
Yeah,
No. That's the one that buffs your nobles.
on,
Heraldry of Credam.
Yes. Do you think he's gonna whip out Heraldry of Credam, great revitalization in this game?
But he'd have to have a non-token noble on the board, which is Copy Mage. Oh my god, I think he is.
Like he might actually do that.
Holy.
He doesn't have enough damage right now to get it done, but like we are getting astonishingly close. But oh my god, but JPop's getting astonishingly close to just winning.
Oh.
Is that game?
Is that game?
Is that game? That's
Oh my god! He finished it! You've gotta be kidding me!
Motivational fervor, fucking MVP,
Are you kidding me?
and JPop coming in to win.
JPop wins the monthly standard for
Holy
September. Oh my god!